at it. Okay, well, we certainly know what to look at. I'm glad you just started the recording now and not over when we were covering all that other information. So listen, I thought today we could, this is a question that I'm often asked. What is my purpose in life? Okay. I get this in tons and tons of readings. Now, I will be completely honest with you all and say that most people that have children and are very good parents, they never ask me what their purpose in life is. Okay. Their purpose is raising their children, and they put their heart and soul into raising their children. But all the people out there, and there's a lot, because people don't want to have children anymore, for whatever reason. It's expensive. I think that's probably the main reason. It's just so expensive, or they have their career paths. All of those people, usually when they have a reading with me, it's always about, what is my purpose? And so I thought, well, what we should do is do a CTT session where we hone in on our purpose in life, right? We further our connection to what our purpose is. What do you guys think about that? Are you happy with that?
So that would work with everybody getting an impression from themselves.
Excuse me. Yeah. So yes, and they would get their impression of themselves, but of course, all the negatives come to me, and then I started, like a baseball bat or a tennis game. I'm in the game of tennis, batting away all the negatives, right? So I could do it that way, but we ask for blocks to knowing our purpose in life to be removed. Therefore, we can make better connections and get better insights and guidance to our purpose. What do you think?
Yeah, we can also break down the blocks that prevent us from gaining insight from our past successes and failures in past lives. And then we could combine it with that life purpose query.
Well, yeah, because your past life, all your past life, the accumulative of all your past lives dictates how you designed your lifetime to be this lifetime, right? But the problem is people can't access that information in a past life. Let me give you an example. I had a lady, I've been really busy with readings, guys. I'm so sorry. But I had a lady that came to me over the weekend, and she's a lovely, lovely lady. And this is probably her third reading, but she actually booked a CTT session, and she wanted to know why she was so lonely. Okay. She did have a child, and she put her heart and soul into this child, but this child was now grown. And unfortunately, a lot of her family members had passed away. And it was, why am I so lonely? I just feel terribly just alone. And so, conscious mind, she was going through trying to figure all this out, right? But your conscious mind is so dumb in compared to the subconscious and the soul, right? Because the conscious mind is like, oh, well, maybe it's this, and maybe it's that, and maybe I should do this, and maybe I should do that, right? And actually, you're just stuck in this pit of confusion with your conscious mind. So we went in and we did a CTT past life session, and she actually had made her own family lonely. So we connected with this past life where she was on the farm. The family had a farm. This is hundreds of years ago. She had a son. Her husband had passed away. He got very ill. And she was outside doing the laundry, back in the day, that's how they used to do. And she was wiping her forehead because she was feeling very feverish. And she got very sick with something similar to like yellow fever or scarlet fever, whatever it was. And it made her very ill and she passed away. And her family, her mother and father had to raise her child, and they were extremely lonely. They were counting on her in that lifetime to really take over the farm and look after them when they were older. But unfortunately, she passed away at a very young age. Well, fast forward into this lifetime, it's a complete role reversal, right? They've all passed away. Thank God her son hasn't. But, parents have passed away. Other family members are estranged. And she's very lonely. And so it was a swapperoo. But we then had to go in deeper and talk to her soul. And she had said to me before in a reading, like, I believe I'm psychic or something like that. And I know she did some card readings, excuse me, but we actually tapped into her soul, and her soul said, hello, I had to make her lonely because she's too distracted by relationships, whether they're friendships, whether it's family, whether it's a romantic relationship, because she's actually supposed to be doing her mediumship. And I connected with the fact that she was a medium, and she was supposed to be doing her mediumship, and therefore the soul had to write this life plan out where she comes to a point in her life where she's lonely and she has nothing better to do, and now she's supposed to be focusing on her mediumship. But conscious mind, right, she couldn't get that, right? Because she's sitting there going, well, maybe I should be doing this and maybe I should be doing that. And the soul is screaming out, hello, you're supposed to be doing your mediumship now. And so that's how powerful the CTT is. It drops, you have to go beyond the conscious mind thinking. And in order to be very receptive to the CTT, you have to be able to drop, or at least set aside that conscious mind thinking for that brief moment while we're doing the CTT. Because it took her a while to set her conscious mind aside. I'll be honest with you. She's still trying to figure it out. Even in the middle of the session, she's going, but this and but that and but this and but that. And eventually she slowed down and she accepted the information. And then when she slowed her mind down, her conscious mind, we were able to tap into that hardcore soul path, which says, hey, hello, you're supposed to be a medium. You're supposed to be doing free readings. You're supposed to be practicing your mediumship here. So I thought that was very interesting.
As long as the unconscious mind always knows what's best. So to connect with it and let it know that that's what she should be pursuing would be great for all of us. But I think people want to know, how will it come through for them if it's not a direct CTT reading? Will they get insight through a dream? Will they get it later on today? Will they get it in this session? Somehow Liz got muted again. There we go.
Yeah, I can't unmute myself. I don't know why. When I have to cough, I mute myself, and then I'm still trying to get over this bloody virus. But anyway, so you don't know. A lot of times there's a fallout from the CTT. Okay. So if you're coming to work on, relationship issues or whatever it is you're working on, you have to kind of hit rock bottom sometimes, or there's some argument that takes place or some event that takes place that causes you to, especially when it involves another person, right? So if you're a wife and you're having trouble with your husband, and we do CTT to effectively adjust him in a way or another, or fix the relationship, there has to be some event that will act as a catalyst in order to push them forward into a better existence. So there are fallouts from the CTT. I'm not going to lie to you. And sometimes those fallouts can be hard to take. But you have to know, with the fallout, that comes, the life you want. And you have to have these fallouts in order for the brain to be rewired too, to say, well, this can't carry on in this way. But for her, that lady, she's so, so nice. I really I like all the people that come through for readings, to be absolutely honest with you. I find most people are really, really just fascinating and very nice. But for her, because it was her own loneliness, her conscious mind was like, well, if only I could meet somebody or meet a new group of friends, or if I could do this or if I could do that. And I'm like, and Spirit actually told her, like, hey, you've got millions of people wanting to talk to you. You just have to connect with them. So, millions of people, you'll never be lonely as a medium. You can just channel whoever you want to talk to.
There's a billion
Right.
people. Yeah.
Right. So, so that was her purpose. This is now her purpose. And as we go through life, we find that we have many different purposes. So she had the purpose of raising her child and raising that child exceptionally well. So now she was moving into a new purpose. So I think, yeah, let's just work on our sense of purpose and how we open doors to find it. So I think that's what we should do today. Is everybody on board with that? I think it's a really enlightening session.
Yeah, it sounds great. I think it would be helpful for people. Yeah, Shiva is not your goal in life. Whoever said that.
Sheba, I keep seeing Sheba's gonna be down. Now I got this a couple times in readings over the weekend. I believe I shared it. I can see Sheba going to 6 or 7 zeros, guys. And somebody asked me about Shibarium, whatever that is. Do you know what that is, Ronan?
I don't have any idea. No, it's some. We'll have to ask Mr. Robot to explain it to us, or Craig to explain it to us. But it's not the windfall that we all thought that it would be.
Right. So with that, again, I keep saying we've got to move into a trader's market. One thing about being a savvy investor is you have to move with the times, right? And you're going to have to move into a trader's market. I had somebody yesterday, quite young, really interesting person, really into like diet and health. I mean, for somebody who's a teenager, right? Really into, organic foods and natural medicine, and not into day trading. And I said, if you even shift, because now you can trade Bitcoin for free, people. Okay. You can day trade Bitcoin for free on Binance. Certainly the Binance UK. I'm not sure if Binance USA will allow you to do that, but I saw somewhere in the Discord where somebody was talking about that. So there you go. And if you're day trading Bitcoin, well, even if you're making $40 or $50 off a trade and you're following a hardcore strategy, okay, you're not trading with your emotions. You're not saying, "Ooh, please go up, please go up, please go up." Okay, 5%. Okay, 6%. Oh, 8%. No, that's not how you do it. Okay, because now you're too emotionally involved, and your emotions will interfere with your soul. So what happens is the soul then says, "Ooh, here's an opportunity to teach this person a lesson. And I'm going to teach them in a really good way. So I'm going to crash their computer, and they're not going to be able to log on to the exchange, and Bitcoin's going to plummet, and they're going to lose their money," right? Because you're trading with your emotions. I cannot stress that enough. If you have a strategy in place where you are trading and you're only waiting for Bitcoin to go up like 2%, maybe 3, maximum 4, okay, maximum 4%, then so what if it goes up to 8%? You still made money. You're using your strategy. You're thinking with a cool head, and you're not missing out because there'll be plenty more opportunities, and you're walking away with even $40 or $50. That's $40 or $50 more than what you had. Okay. It won't buy you a full tank of gas, but it will get you something, right? Maybe half a meal at a restaurant, but it's better than losing $50. Okay, so you've got to stop trading with your emotions. It's gone down, 3, 4, 5%. I needed to hit the absolute rock bottom so I can maximize my profit. No, you don't. Okay. And the thing is with Bitcoin, it's going to go up and down, up and down, up and down, right? So eventually it's going to go back up. You don't have to hit that rock bottom. Okay. When people are messaging me and they're saying, Liz, I need to know the bottom. I need to know the bottom. Is this the absolute rock bottom? I'm like, wow. Even if I tell them the answer, their soul is going to teach them a lesson. And I know that, right? The exchange freezes, the exchange shut down. Celsius now can't back any transactions. So therefore, everything is frozen. Your soul will always teach you that lesson. So, let's go into the tapping and let's go ahead and start and open. And just a gentle reminder for everybody, because I did a reading for somebody over the weekend that left halfway through. You should never leave until we have completely closed. Okay. If you start it, you need to finish it. If you can't follow through with this entire tapping, if tapping seems like a chore to you, if it, some people don't like the tapping, you don't have to tap. If you don't like the tapping, you don't have to tap. The tapping just actually intensifies it. And to me, I would rather make it intensive instead of wasting my time. But anyway, you don't have to tap. But even if you're listening to this, okay, you need to follow it all the way through until Ronan and I close it. Okay, so let's open. Are you good to go, Ronan?
Yeah, we're ready to rock. I wanted to say your life purpose this time is not to trade stocks. That is not probably what your purpose will reveal to you, contacting your higher self.
Right. Your life purpose could be, as our friend knows, going back to school and becoming a healthcare worker, right? Because we need plenty of those. Your life purpose could be helping somebody grow a vegetable garden. If you're a retired teacher, your life purpose could be volunteering at a school. You know what I mean? Like something that gives you fulfillment. But to live day in and day out, being a lost soul, not knowing what your fulfillment is, and there's so many blockages in the way of you discovering your life purpose. Because let me tell you guys, the dark does not want you to know what your life purpose is. They can't stand it when somebody finds out what their life purpose is, right? They like for you to stay trapped. And when you find your life purpose, you're letting the light in. Now, if your life purpose is ripping people off, then you're staying in the dark and I can't help you. Okay, so let's go. There's a part of all involved that knows how to.
There's a part of all involved that knows how to
Easily and joyfully manifest.
Easily and joyfully manifest.
An optimum etheric pyramid.
An optimum etheric pyramid.
For the empowerment and protection of each one of us.
For the empowerment and protection of each one of us.
As well as easy access to all the information and connections we need for this session.
Easy access to all the information and perception that we need for this session.
Very good. Sorry, that was a mouthful. That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It is doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love.
Our mind, body, and spirits are receiving the love.
Healing, information, permission.
Healing, information, permission.
And deep joy now.
And deep joy now.
So let's all take a breath. And I'm going to ground and protect each one of us. The white light coming down, tree roots around our ankles, pulling us down. Woo, I think we all felt that. Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it, it is done.
So be it, it is done.
Did you feel me pull you all down just then? I stopped tapping, and for some reason I can do this, but I can actually like stick my hand into all of you. And I don't know how it works. Okay. Don't ask me how. I don't even remember how I came up with it. But I can stick my hand into all of you and pull you down. Woo, that was fun. Sorry about that. I'll have to be a little bit more gentle next time. Okay. I'm drinking my chai tea. I love chai tea. Let's go for manifesting all the insights and guidance we need in order for our life purpose to be joyfully shown to us. How about that?
That's good. Revealed to us. Yeah.
Reveal. Thank you. Yes. What would I do without dictionary, Ronan? Are you a dictionary, or are you a God?
I like reading the thesaurus. It's a fun book.
The thesaurus. You're my thesaurus. Oh my gosh, Ronan. In my spare time, I read the thesaurus. It is a fun book, actually. Okay, they're gonna say, God, they're so boring. Right, let's go. There's a part of all involved that knows how to.
There's a part of all involved that knows how to.
Easily and joyfully manifest.
Easily and joyfully manifest.
Our life's purpose.
Our life purpose.
To be revealed to us.
To be revealed to us.
In a joyful, optimum way.
In a joyful and optimum way.
As well as. Manifest everything we need.
Manifest everything that we need.
In order for this to be possible.
In order for this to be possible.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It is doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love.
Our mind, body, and spirits are receiving the love.
Healing, information, permission.
Healing, information, permission.
And deep joy now.
And deep joy now.
So let's all take a deep breath. And I'm asking the universe and our spirit teams to come in and remove any blockages. Oh God, there's so many. Remove any blockages to our achieving our life's purpose. We don't even know what it is. And we're about to find out. Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it, it is done.
So be it, it is done.
Woo, okay. So this is what came through. What came through was, but what if finding my life purpose means that I have to change my entire existence? So there's a lot of fear there attached to finding.
Sorry.
Daisy knows her life purpose. There's a lot of fear there attached to that change that is required in order to pursue your life's purpose. Okay. And I got very clearly that, you know, but I don't want my life to change. I like my life as it is now. And I can't take a lot of changes in my lifetime. I've had too many changes. So, yeah, dogs barking. I've had too many issues in my lifetime. I'm actually at this comfortable place, even though I feel like a lost soul. And I don't want to go through these changes in order to find out my life's purpose. So there's a lot of fear there. Ronan, what did you get?
I saw the tallest like pine tree soaring on the horizon, like this 300-foot tall pine that each of us have within us that we can become. But, you know, the things that are holding us back are there are no trees that tall.
Oh, very good.
So we're
Okay.
afraid to exceed the people around us, I think, is our, we're stuck by our surroundings and don't want to exceed them because the fear is that there will be no one else to communicate with or explain these things to. So
That's true. Especially when you are in business, it's lonely at the top, right? It is. So let's go for let's get rid of these blockages. And if any other blockages come through, your personal blockages that come through as imagery or words, be sure to just rattle them off, even though they may not be the same words that I'm using. Just rattle them off, okay? All right, let's go. There's a part of all involved that knows how to.
there's a part of all involved that knows how to
Let go and heal.
let go and heal.
This extreme fear.
This extreme fear.
I don't want my life to change.
I don't want my life to change.
Even if it provides me fulfillment.
Even if it provides me fulfillment.
I don't want to have to climb the greasy pole.
I don't want to have to what?
Climb the greasy pole.
Climb this really deep hole.
No, greasy pole. Greasy pole. If your pole is full of grease, you can't climb it. Oh, I lost Ronan.
All right.
I cannot possibly climb a tree that high.
I cannot possibly climb a tree that high.
I will feel isolated.
I would feel isolated. I would lose my friends.
I would lose my friends. I would lose my family.
I would lose my family. I would lose myself.
I may actually have to change my job.
And I may actually have to change my job.
My existence will completely change.
My existence will completely change.
And I'm scared of change.
And I'm afraid and scared of change.
Yeah. That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It is doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love.
Our mind, body, and spirits are receiving the love.
Healing, information, permission.
Healing, information, permission.
And deep relief and joy now.
And deep relief and joy now.
So let's all take a deep breath. You're going to like this next one. Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it, it is done.
So be it, it is done.
I don't want to change if it means I have to change on my own. Okay. And it's like, yeah, I'll do it, but I don't want to do it alone. I need someone to go in on this with me, right? So it's almost like I need someone to throw me a lifeline. Have you ever had people in your life that have thrown you lifelines?
I've thrown a lot to people, but no one's ever thrown me one. So.
Oh, that makes me so sad. You know what? I have to tell y'all. I had, oh my God, the sweetest question I've ever had in a reading, ever. And she says, can you tell me, this is a different lady, can you tell me if I'll ever be able to have one meal at a fancy restaurant? I thought that was just so sweet. My heart melted. That's all she ever wanted to do was go to a really fancy restaurant and just have one meal. And she wanted to know that, will that happen? And I said, yes, it will happen, but it won't be for a while. I thought that was just so nice. And I said, well, if you ever come over to my way, I will take you to a fancy restaurant, because that is just by far the sweetest question ever been asked. Yeah, it is. I've actually, Ronan, I've been very lucky in my life. I've had several lifelines thrown at me, several. I've had a lifeline with regards to my university. I wasn't sure what I was going to do. I was actually going to be a teacher. Then somebody came along a couple of people actually, and then I ended up going to law school. By far the best degree I could have ever imagined doing. You have, law and medicine are two very important things that you have to know in life, right? To survive. You have to know law and you have to know medicine. I have applied my law degree in so many situations, it's not even funny. Okay. And then George threw me a lifeline. When I met George, I had just come through this really awful time where loads of family members had been sick. And George just happened to fall, onto my radar. And he really pulled me through doing CTT when I was learning it as well. But I mean, come on. I mean, that was a lifeline too. So I've had a couple of lifelines thrown. But the thing that came through very clearly, and those of you who have also had those lifelines, as we're doing this tapping and we take a deep breath, I just want you to send out like a heartfelt thank you to those people that have given you those lifelines, right? Because if we're not showing gratitude for those lifelines, then we're not going to get any more, right? Because the universe is going to say, hey, you know what? You weren't grateful when I sent you the other ones. I'm not sending you anymore. So make sure that you have that gratitude, that heartfelt gratitude, genuine gratitude in your heart. And you're projecting that out for those lifelines, the people that have thrown that for you. If it wasn't for them coming into your life, you wouldn't have known how to cope or how to make those changes, right? So in effect, those changes were somebody helped me with those changes. So it looks like we're all looking for help with these changes. So let's tap that down. I want to tap it in such a way that we don't necessarily have to rely upon others to help us find our purpose, but if that is what we need, then we to manifest them joyfully. Does that sound good?
I would say that those doors that need to be open for us to recognize and reveal our higher purpose be open for us. And whether that's a person or an epiphany, something, but we don't make it a person. We just call it a door.
Ah, very clever. So those doors, so let's tap to let go and heal. We feel all alone. Somebody just commented, let's tap to heal that we're scared to go all alone, right?
Right.
And let's also run and like open those doors. Okay, we'll get there. And again, I want you on the deep breath. Don't forget, give that heartfelt thanks out into the universe. Thank you, universe, for these people that sent me, or these doors that opened. I'm open to receiving more. Okay, so let's go. There's a part of all involved that knows how to.
There's a part of all involved that knows how to.
Let go and heal.
Let go and heal.
All of this fear.
All of this fear.
I can't find my life purpose on my own.
I can't find my life purpose on my own.
It's too scary to go solo.
It's too scary to go solo.
And we also want to manifest.
And we also want to manifest.
Any doors that need to be opened.
Any doors that need to be open.
In order for us to walk through them.
In order for us to walk through them.
And enjoy a more fulfilled existence.
And enjoy a more fulfilled existence.
Anything else you want to add, Ronan?
Plus, remove any other blockages or negative emotions.
Plus, remove any other blockages or negative emotions
associated with the fear of that success.
Ooh, good one. Associated with the fear of that success. Well done. Love that. That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It is doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love.
Our mind, body, and spirits are receiving the love.
Healing, information, permission.
Healing, information, permission.
And deep relief now.
And deep relief now.
So let's all take a deep breath. Yawning is good. Hiccuping is good. I felt a weight lifted off my shoulders just then, right? So we've obviously made a shift. I can feel lighter. So that's really, really good. And we're asking our spirit teams to take that energy, transmute it into white light energy back into the universe. And we're also shedding white light, pulling it down into our personal space, over our bodies. So we're not taking on anybody else's problems or darkness or emotions. Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it, it is done.
So be it, it is done. I've got this tightness in my chest. I'm sorry, I was trying to cough it out.
No worries. Tightness in the chest is good. That means we've moved the energy up from the solar plexus area. It's now sitting on your chest. Now, what I'm getting is miracles and treasures are exposed to us, but we can't see them with our conscious mind. That's what I'm getting. Is there anybody else getting anything? Tight throat, tight chest. What are those emotions associated with it? What are you getting, Ronan, for your chest?
Just it's like a binding in the middle of my chest and like a tight, very knotted pressure. When I take a deep breath, I feel it right there in my middle of my chest. P has a tight chest.
Everybody,
Dawn has a tight chest, throat, chest. I'm not alone. That's good.
No. You're never alone. Okay, so let me tune in. So I got, remember this, Ronan, because I'll forget as I'm doing this. So I got the fact that we get miracles and treasures thrown at us, but we don't actually recognize them and use them. I'm also getting a lot of anger. I feel like people feel betrayed by being here on the planet, right? They're forced to live an existence in which they may not have wanted to. Okay. Does that sound pretty good? Because that's what I'm picking up on.
I can't tell.
No, they're quiet this morning. They're quiet. And if anybody listening wonders what we're reading, it's the chat. Oh, sounds good. Okay. So let's try to offload some of this because it's that tight chest feeling, and the tight throat means we haven't got it all. Okay. There's a part of all involved that knows how to.
There's a part of all involved that knows how to.
Let go and heal.
Let go and heal.
I feel betrayed.
I feel betrayed.
I was forced to live here on the earth plane.
I was forced to live here on the earth plane.
It feels like it is against my will.
It feels like it is against my will.
I don't want to repeat any more lifetimes.
I don't want to repeat any more lifetimes.
I don't see the benefit of being in a human body.
I don't see the benefit of being in a human body.
I'll explain that in a minute. And I don't see, recognize, and use.
I don't see, recognize, and use.
All of the treasures.
All of the treasures.
And miracles.
And miracles.
That the universe presents to me.
That the universe presents to me.
I'm just existing.
in this existence, in this incarnation.
In this existence, in this incarnation. Very good. That our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease. Coughing is good.
It is doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
That means the energy is being released. Coughing, yawning, hiccuping, all good. Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love.
Our mind, body, and spirits are receiving the love.
Healing, information, permission.
Healing, information, permission.
And deep relief and joy now.
And deep relief and joy now.
So let's all take a deep breath. If there are any residual negative emotional feelings, go ahead and say them now. And I'm going to say that it feels impossible to find these treasures, and I feel stranded and alone. Here we go, loneliness again. Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it, it is done.
So be it, it is done.
How's everybody feeling? Is that loosened the throat and chest area? Have we gotten rid of it all?
I feel yes, it seems like it's gone away. I feel like I got a bronchial treatment.
Woo, good, 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 good. I feel like we need one more lift off, and I don't know what it is. Do you know what it is? We haven't hit the bullseye.
I've read
Miss Betty feels hot.
The world is crumbling.
Miss Betty, we know you're hot, but what else? I'm sorry, what did you say?
Someone posted they feel like the world is crumbling.
Well, it is. It is crumbling, but we have to be confident and, you know, be able to get through that. Miss Betty's laughing. She cracks me up, y'all. She's just so funny. I love Miss Betty. I love everybody. I do. It's so funny because when I do readings, everybody's like, I feel like I know you. And I'm like, good, because I want people to feel like they know me, right? I don't want to be this person that's untouchable. You know what I mean? Because that's not why I'm here. I'm here to give information. If I'm this person that's untouchable, right, and impersonal, then I'm not doing my job, right? Uh-oh, Dawn Marie got disconnected. She's back. I was waiting for you to come back before we started the next round. Okay, so what is it you felt, Ronan? As somebody says the world is crumbling, and I feel like I can't let go. Okay, let's go. There's a part of all involved that knows how to.
There's a part of all involved that knows how to.
Let go and heal.
Let go and heal.
I can't find my place in this world.
I can't find my place in this world.
When it is surrounded by so much darkness.
When it is surrounded by so much darkness.
I live in fear.
I live in fear.
I live in poverty.
I live in poverty.
I live hand to mouth.
I live hand to mouth. I live in anger.
I live in anger. I live in depression.
I live in depression.
I can't see through the fog.
I can't see through the fog.
And I can't let go of all these negative blockages.
And I can't let go of all of these negative blockages. They support me. They help me.
They support me. They help me. How will I live without them?
How will I live without fear? How will I live without my blocks?
How will I live without fear? How will I live without my blockages? The world is so uncertain.
The world is so uncertain.
And so is my existence.
And so is my existence.
I feel betrayed by that.
I feel betrayed by that.
If you're going to force me to live on the earth plane, at least make it a pleasant existence.
If you're going to force me to live on this plane, on this earth, at least make it pleasurable.
Ronan, you crack me up. That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
That part of my being is willing to inform the rest of us now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love.
Our mind, body, and spirits are receiving the love.
Healing, information, permission.
Healing, information, permission.
And deep relief now.
And deep relief now.
So let's all take a deep breath. Wow, I felt that lift off. You felt that shift? That was a huge shift there. You guys are doing a great job. So we're going to ground and protect. And again, we're asking our spirit teams to remove all of that negative energy, transmute it, whether it's with a violet flame, a transmutation device, whatever it is. You want to make sure that your spirit teams are transmuting that energy. We do not want to karma back into the universe. That will only come back on us. Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it, it is done.
So be it, it is done.
So be it, it is done. Okay. I don't know what happened to Ronan there. Anyway, you guys, I feel great. Do you guys feel good? I feel really good now.
Yeah, I feel much better. I feel like the weight's been lifted off my shoulders. My chest feels better. My outlook seems brighter and happier.
So that's good. This is why we hit the Monday morning, right? So we can get through the week. Our there says she doesn't feel better, but that's okay. I'm going to work with her. Sometimes we have to unravel a lot, right? I love you guys coming to this group. It makes my day. I love y'all so much. I really do. And I'm genuine when I say that, right? I'm really genuine. I just feel the love. I think we've all formed this really fantastic connection and this bond. You know, we're all getting to know one another. I feel very privileged to know you all. And I want you to know that you are my purpose. Okay. Little did I know when I was sitting in the dispatch chair all those years, you know, saying, got a stabbing, got a shooting, got a sexual assault. Now we got a ram raid. Wait, a bomb's gone off. Somebody's had their ear bitten off. Now somebody's barricaded, you know, blah, 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 and on and on and on. These incidents are terrible, you know, especially the domestics. Oh my God. If you ever see a domestic in public, call the police. Don't get involved, because those are the most dangerous situations you could ever possibly enter into. You're dealing with somebody who is completely out of control. Okay. And come hell or high water, they'll get you too. Don't even get involved in that. I know you want to be the hero, just don't. So, you know, and Dawn Marie will vouch for that. You know, but that little did I know when I was sitting in a dispatch chair that I would be doing this, right? I had no idea, but that training set me up for this. You know, it really has, because what am I doing now? I'm just dispatching for spirit. That's all I'm doing without the radio pedal. I'm just, okay, now the spirit says this, and now the spirit says that, and now this, and now that. Now your future self says this, and now your soul is saying this. So don't be afraid of that change. It may be difficult, but in the end, it's truly wonderful. And I feel truly grateful. So let's go ahead and close unless anybody has anything else. Oh, Miss Betty. Yeah. And you know what? And you're in a tricky position, because if you call the police and he knows that you're calling the police, right? That puts you in danger. That's a very tricky situation. I would just make an anonymous call. That's what I would do. Domestics are terrible. And they're the most volatile situations. I've had officers personally responded to a domestic. In fact, one of the best nights of my life actually was being an undercover car respond to a domestic incident. It was just amazing because for further training, we'd have to go out with the cops. So we're doing like 110 miles per hour down the streets of London, go into this call, and we got a call that it was like an attempted rape on the street. We get there, there's a girl on crutches and there's a guy standing there. Turns out they're in a relationship. She was having trouble because she hurt her arm and her leg. She was having trouble, like her trousers had fallen down. This is the story they gave us, right? And when we got there, it was like, oh, I was trying to help her. They were both inebriated. Then they just turned around. She turned around, grabbed her crutch, and then she swiped one of the officers right across the eye, cut his eye open. He's bleeding. The other guy kicks off. He's beating up the officer. You have to remember, in London, the officers don't have guns, right? When you're taking suspects down, it's fisticuffs. And I'm standing there like, what the hell should I do? So I grabbed the police radio and called for emergency assistance, right? I hit the orange button on the police radio and I was like, okay, we need some assistance. Gave the location. I was like, I got 2 officers down here. They're both getting beaten up severely. And so then the suspects run, crutch and all, to this apartment. They go on the balcony and they're throwing. So this time we got them surrounded, right? Because the response was pretty quick. We had helicopters, dog units, everything. And he takes a big butcher block of knives and he's throwing knives at us, right? He's like, phoom, and he had a pretty good aim. And so I hid behind a tree. I was like, okay, I'm just a little dispatcher, right? If I get stabbed here out in the middle of this courtyard, no, I'm not doing that. So I stood behind the tree. And then he jumped off the balcony and then the dogs got him and he was screaming, ah, best night of my life, honestly. It was great. Okay, anyway, sorry to bore you all with that little terrible story. Okay, so let's close. Anything else from anybody?
Nothing from me.
Nothing from you. What about Daisy? Anything from Daisy apart from I need another walk?
There are people walking outside that want to be walked by Daisy. Yeah. I just feel like we want to make sure that we provide energy and white light to those spaces that we opened up and accept the miracles that the universe provides for us this week.
Awesome. Fantastic. Let's go. There's a part of all involved that knows how to.
There's a part of all involved that knows how to
easily and joyfully manifest.
Easily and joyfully manifest.
Optimum guidance.
Optimum guidance.
Positive emotional fulfillment.
Positive emotional fulfillment.
Gratitude, especially for those thrown as a lifeline.
Gratitude, especially for those throwing us a lifeline.
And opening doors.
And opening doors.
Self-love.
Self-love.
And the ability to see those treasures and miracles coming our way this week and forever.
And the ability to see the information and miracles showing themselves to us this week and for the rest of our lives.
And for the rest of our lives. Thank you, Ronan. That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It is doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are in the love.
Our mind, body, and spirits are receiving the love.
Healing, information, permission.
Healing, information, permission.
And deep relief and joy now.
And deep relief and joy now.
I feel so good, you guys. I feel great. So let's take a deep breath. And again, we're going to ground and protect ourselves. Tree roots pulling down. Okay. White light coming down. white light cleansing our spaces. A heartfelt thank you to our spirit teams for taking that bad energy away and cleansing it into good karma. Information transfer. Oh, and a heartfelt thank you to George Dewisman, the creator of CTT. Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it, it is done.
So be it, it is done.
Woohoo! Great. I feel so good, you guys. Thank you. Thank you. Any last requests?
That sounds ominous.
Any last requests? Any last anything?
Remaining requests,
No?
not last request, because last request sounds more dire.
So funny, Ronan. Again, if you want to take some remote viewing courses, please go to Ronan, email him remoteviewit@gmail.com. We're on the app. Thank you for supporting us, deepmindprobes.com, and also remote viewing and beyond. That's my personal website if you want to book a reading. I just always say your soul knows when to show up. So yeah, so it's all good, everybody. Thank you so much, and I appreciate you all turning up today. We had a great connection, a great time, and we'll see you this week.
Thanks,
you.
everybody. Thank you, Liz. Thank you, everybody. I'll
Thank
look for it,
you.
Paul. Bye, everybody.